Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Soup. My name is Misty, and before we dive into today's video, I just want to say due to my daughter's schedule, I am sitting in the car doing my voiceover, and it is pretty stormy outside, so if you're getting any background noise, it's probably the rain. So today's episode focuses on an unboxing of a brand new Pinkfresh Studio scrapbooking paper lines, and there's a little bit of a haul aspect because I did pick up just a few bits and pieces from their discontinued section, mostly. There are a couple of other things in there as well, but later in the video I will go into all the detail of those two new paper lines that I was able to pick up. Now some of the stuff was sold out by the time I got there, so I don't have everything, but I do have quite a bit. So here is what my box looks like, and it is full of lovely goodies. I will get that box out of the way off the screen so that it is not in the way, and we'll take a look at just a quick peek at these two collections. And the first one is called Happy Heart, and I will show you a little bit of an overview of the pattern papers that are in there by taking out that little sample display card and showing you a little sneak of those. And some of those papers in there just have me feeling so happy that I want to bust into these paper lines and start using them right away. And the second collection is called Life Right Now, and that's actually my favorite of the two collections. So after this video, go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite is, or which of these papers is your favorite, because I will certainly gush over about what my favorite is, and I'd like to know what your favorite is. So anyway, as I sort through these bits and pieces that go with each collection, and also the bits and pieces that I added on, we'll take a look at those first. This is a stencil, floral stencil. I'm not sure if this is new or not, but I picked up the stencil. I don't have the stamp or die, but I'm going to play with that stencil and make some Easter cards and have some fun stenciling. And then these are just some embellishment packs from various of their previous collections, and I am running low on textural embellishments like the Chipboard and the Puffy Stickers and so on and so forth. So I wanted to replenish my supply of that, and getting most of these things at discontinued prices is a great way to fill in that stash. So I will set those aside, and we will go ahead and take a look at the paper lines. I will show you the embellishments first, and I do have the papers by my side so I can give you the names of each of those papers as we go. So here are the Puffy Stickers for the Life Right Now collection, and there's just a lot of icons in there that I really love. I love that Pinkfresh includes purple in their collections. I don't use a lot of it, but I like the pops of purple, so that's really great. And then next up I have the Cardstock Sticker Pack. And we'll take a look at both sides of these because their cardstock stickers come in front and backs. So, and that little banner that says no on it, it really has me happy, because some days I tell you that is what I need to scrapbook with. Next up are the Flare Chipboard circles, and I love that they're making flare-like embellishments out of chipboard, because paper is so much better for the environment than plastic is. Even though I'm unpackaging all of these items with their plastic packaging, I know, but I just love scrapbooking so much that it's hard to get past that. Anyway, I digress. That was the chipboard frame pack, and I don't use the chipboard frames very often, so it'll be fun to dive into that. Now, we will save the die-cut ephemera packs for a little bit later, because I want to be sure to open all those up so that you can see all the pieces. And pardon me as I shuffle through the papers in order to give you the names of everything in this collection, but you'll hear that noise in the background a little bit. So as I tidy up my desk here, this first paper is called Spark Joy, and it has classic Pinkfresh floral on the front, and then a lovely gray on gray geometric on the back. And that is one of the things I love about Pinkfresh. They have this way of mixing up graphic design with a lot of those florals. And speaking of graphic design, that B-side is super cool. I love it. And that piece of paper was called Happy Place. And then next up, I love these little scenes that they do in what looks like a video player kind of situation. And that one is called Favorite Hits. And so maybe it's more of an audio player, I suppose. But I like some of the scenes and phrases on that. But this B-side with that stripe, oh my word, that stripe has me in love. And I just love Pinkfresh's color palette. So Yum, 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 and I want more than one of these papers. We'll have to see what I figure out about that. This paper is called Time to Chill, and those are just sweet little teapots and teacups, and the back side is a polka dot, but the white polka dots actually have a few other colors mixed in throughout them, so that is a nice little refresh on the polka dot. And that paper was called Time to Chill. This paper is called Perfectly Imperfect, and I tell you, that color of yellow is becoming a favorite color. And if I had told you that I would say that a couple months ago, I would have said you're crazy. But something is shifting, and I am really digging that color. And then this one here with all of the little label cut apart pieces is called Right Now, and I will probably use it mostly to cut apart those labels. And it has just a simple stripe on the back. And then next up we have Go with the Flow, and that is just a very sweet homey vibe with cooking and napping and it's kind of a little bit of a spa and reading, and you saw the back side there already. But this cut apart sheet is called Retail Therapy, and then a geometric on the back. Next up we have Social Hour, and I thought all of these little phrases on this pattern paper was pretty fun, so that'll be nice to work with. The back side, my camera is washing out a little bit, but it is a blue and mint and yellow print, so the little dash lines in between this geometric are actually yellow. Here is yet another favorite pattern paper from this collection, and from all of these collections really. And this one is called Time for Fun, and again a geometric on the back. Here's another favorite. This one is called Weekend Wanderings, and I'm sure this is not an original idea, but I totally want to tell stories about spots around town that we love hanging out at, so that'll be a fun piece to use for that. And a lovely yellow geometric on the back. And then we have the ticket print on the front. This one's called Slow Days, and a nice bold blue and white stripe on the back. So that wraps up the paper line from the Life Right Now collection. And we will dive into the Ephemera Pack here, and I will pull all of these pieces apart for you. Now I know you can see the backs of the packaging when you're shopping and see all of the pieces that are included, but opening them up and spreading them out gives you a sense of the scale of all of these pieces. And I'm just showing you some of my favorite pieces as we go by. There's a bookshelf and a chocolate bar, and I think coming up next is a little grocery bag, and I am just everything about this collection is just like, I'm so in love. So this is why I want to know what your favorite is, because do you feel the same way I do about this collection? I know I love doing YouTube and making crafty friends because you can geek out with me about all of this stuff and you'll understand, and I don't feel like such a weirdo. Anyway, we're moving on to the flower pack, and Pinkfresh Studio usually does icon die cuts as well as a floral die cut pack, so you can buy the die cuts that make the most sense for you. And these are good scale, I think good size die cuts to use up in this pack. So we will go ahead and move on to the Happy Heart collection. And again, we'll go through the embellishments first, and here is the Puffy Stickers. Now this collection had the most sold out bits and pieces, but I still got a lot of it, so I am happy with what I have here. And these are the Cardstock Stickers, again double-sided, so here is side A, and then side B has more tags and phrases on it than side A does, and I like some of those little words and phrases that they have down there at the bottom. So that was the Cardstock Stickers, and again I'll save the die cut embellishment packs for a little bit later, and we will go ahead and go through the pattern papers first. So this first one is called Happiness Blooms, and it has a very subtle watercolor effect going on around that wreath. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up in the final video edit, so I just wanted to mention that just in case it's too washed out. And then next up we have Beautiful Moments, which is those lovely butterflies, and that will be fun to use. And then another butterfly floral motif, more of a geometric look on the back of that. And again, we've got that combo of romantic florals and geometrics going on in Pinkfresh, and I just love that about them. This paper is called Reasons to Smile, and it's cut apart on the front, and I love this minty ombre ledger on the back. I love ledger paper, so that has got my heart for sure. And this piece is called New Beginnings, and this is a, I want to say handkerchief, bandana, that's the word, bandana type print on that side, and then the back side seems to be kind of a sweater-like texture print. And moving on to the next one, we've got Keep Growing, and just a pretty little floral again with a pink background instead of a white background. And then we have a very subtle white on blue geometric print in a little bit of a floral motif. Now this piece is called Favorite Place, and this piece totally reminds me of the P13 company. I don't know if you've ever checked them out, but they're another company that has very similar color palettes and kind of this simple romantic feel to it. I have moved past that floral print, which was called Fresh Flowers, and it had a frame on the front and black and white florals on the back. And this one is called Sunny and Bright with the yellow on the front. And this is a very ombre watercolor on the back with a little bit of yellow up in that corner. So that isn't showing up too well on the camera. Here is another one of my very favorite papers that I'm covering today. And this one's called Happy Days. So anything with a little bit of watercolor, soft rainbow colors with a bit of a graphic design, totally my thing all over. And then a nice little diamond print on the back with a vine making up those diamonds. And then this piece is called Celebrate You, little cut of parts on the front, frame on the back. So this floral is called Small Joys. And again, it has a bit of an ombre watercolory effect going on with blues and green behind those flowers and a stripy ombre on the back in pinks. And then this final paper is another one of my very, very favorites. I love both sides, don't know what I'm going to use. And that piece was called Happy Heart. So that is the namesake of this collection. And we will go ahead and dive into the Floral Ephemera Pack here. And this one had more of a mixture of larger pieces and smaller pieces, so that gives you a little more options to mix and match things as you go in this collection. And that'll be fun to work with. And then we will move on to, I can't remember what this pack is called, but it's a pack of phrases, really. So maybe it's just their phrase die cut ephemera pack. And what I found interesting is that some of them had gold foiling, but some of them had a print on it that actually looks like glitter. And here, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but that word cool has a speckliness to it that looks kind of like glitter, but it's not. So that was interesting. I'm going to separate out these phrases to the metallic foiled ones on the right and the regular print ones on the left. And again, I love the color palette of Pinkfresh. I love the mixing and matching of these very graphic kind of word phrases along with the more romantic scripty word phrases. So that is fantastic. That is unboxing these two brand new paper collections from Pinkfresh Studio. Now, I have no relationship at all with this company. I am doing this unboxing because I love their lines. If you haven't gotten anything out of that video by this point, you should know that I love Pinkfresh Studio. And I wanted to give you a look in case you want to pick up any of these supplies on your own, either online at Pinkfresh or at your favorite retail store. I know scrapbook.com has the individual papers available, while Pinkfresh, I think, only has the collection packs. So if you have just your few favorites that you want, I'm sure you can find them there. Thanks for watching, and I will be back on Friday with an Easter card video for you, so I do hope you will join me then. I'll see you next time.